Good day fellas, I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with 114 SP2, which is the new ranked battles river tank. And as all of you know, ranked battles are starting from the Monday, so this vehicle is going to be quite a hot topic in a way, and Wargaming gave us ability to play with this vehicle now, and I want to show you once again what this vehicle is all about. We had couple of videos already of this tank, and quick information for you, in my humble opinion, this tank is definitely way better than 268 version 5. It is hands down, right? So what do we have? This tank has 650 alpha damage, 272 millimeters of penetration, and 1050 shell velocity. Now with the gold you have the same alpha damage, but you have 330 millimeters of penetration and 1250 shell velocity, which is once again pretty solid. Now, speaking about the gun of this vehicle is not bad whatsoever. You are able to hit your shots if you are aiming, which is very nice thing. Obviously, there is a chance you might miss as well, right? Once again, I had some... It was very interesting situation with this tank. Some games I managed to beat the living crap out of everyone, right? I was hitting pixel shots left, right, and center, and so on. And in some games, unfortunately, I was missing also quite a bit of the shots. But to be fair with you, usually it works fine. Obviously, it has a bit of the Chinese factory vibe when the game is just simply saying no for you. But other than that, you can hit pixels. For example, that was a pixel shot to the Kranked, or I supposed to say Rankwagen, right? So yeah, this is understandable. Anyways, wait, relax, take it easy. We have all time in the world of tanks, and at this point we are just kind of chilling here. What do we have? We have a Prokhurovka, we have standard battle in Prokhurovka, which is always nice and always welcome. This is pretty much guaranteeing for us a relatively long game, and snipers are actually pretty damn useful in this map overall, right? So this is not bad whatsoever. Meanwhile, I am thinking how to craft a bit better angle here, and I think we can do that. Meanwhile, pixel shot, unfortunately not a direct hit, shame, but once again, it is how it is, nothing what I can change about this. Meanwhile, there is enemy Bachet who is trying to get involved, and he is getting involved, kind of. This is not so simple, my friends. This is not so simple. Okay, how about the Skoda? Will he overpeak here? This is the question. Ooh. Emil. I need to open my eyes, fellas. I need to open my eyes, and I need to make sure I am going to hit the enemies whenever they are going to make silly goose mistake. That's what we need to do. And once again, it is not so simple as I would love to say it is. Meanwhile, beautiful shot to the Skoda, and probably if I would compare this tank, speaking about accuracy, I would compare this tank with Grille. Sometimes Grille is working extremely well, and sometimes Grille is showing a big fat middle finger for you. So I think this is the tank I am going to compare with. Speaking about the gun accuracy, right? And this is very important thing to say. Once again, it's 50-50. As you can see, you can hit pixel shots or you can miss pixel shots, and there is nothing what you can change about this. Anyways, we are working our ass off here. We are trying to make sure that every single gentleman who is going to make one or another silly goose mistake, we are going to punish them. And this Kran is probably the next victim for us. Once again, it is hittable, and sometimes you can miss some things. Anyways, either way, I know what I said before when I played some games with this vehicle. I said it is pretty interesting tank, and it's pretty nice tank. And to be fair with you, my opinion did not change it too much. I still think this tank is not going to be meta vehicle. It is not going to be the best tank in the world of tanks. But in the same time, I cannot say this vehicle is a big pile of caco and it's disgusting, unplayable shit, you know? I just cannot say that. Okay, at this point, we are going to load APC APCRs, and hopefully APCR's shell velocity is going to save us a bit. Meanwhile, aiming for this guy, he should be dead. Once again, it could hit, but it simply doesn't, right? Looks like this is not going to be our game. I played a couple of battles with this vehicle on stream and I had the same situation. Sometimes this gun was working extremely well and we were hitting the pixel shot of the whatever tank, right? The E100 upper plate or something, and sometimes we were missing absolutely everything, and looks like this tank is still working the same way. In fact, if this video is not going to be enough for you, you can find other 2 videos with this vehicle or other 1 video with this tank in the index page. Fellas, please keep this in mind, and hopefully this is going to be beneficial for you. Is it worth to grind this vehicle at the first place, right? Meanwhile, what do we have? I think at this point we need to join the middle. Skill, what are you thinking about? You see, there is Grilla who is sitting here. I really want to start blind firing this gentleman. We have 6 high explosives, so with those 6 high explosives, I think we can get relatively enough a lot of use, right? Okay, Grilla is sitting here. He has 800 hit points and he is dead. Okay, that's good. That's actually pretty good. Okay, can we kill this Kranwagen? Now pay attention who is spotted, and there is only Scorpion G who never ever was spotted. So what that gives for us? That gives for us a bit of the freedom. By saying it gives for us a bit of the freedom, I think we should be able to smack this guy in the face without bigger problems whatsoever. Kaboom, this guy is dead. Vaza. A bit of assisting damage. By the way, one more thing to say, this tank is made out of paper. You cannot expect to hit to bounce shots with this tank. This is not how this vehicle is working, and this is not what this vehicle is made for. So please keep this in mind. Okay, when we have this out of the way, I will try to make a bit of pressure for the enemy Scorpion. I have a feeling this guy is going to sit somewhere here, right? So we are going to use our mobility, which is kind of average, even with a Bond turbo, right? But we still can make it work, I guess. Okay, high explosive ammunition. He has 840 millimeters of penetration, and this is pretty damn good stuff. So, Scorpion, where are you? I think Scorpion is going to sit somewhere here in the back for obvious reasons, right? He's going to be a bit afraid to get involved in this game, which is once again completely understandable. Okay, where he is exactly? This is the question. Bam. 800 in the face. That was very enjoyable for him, I can promise you that. He loved it. He enjoyed himself to the maximum, and at this point what I am thinking about finishing this guy off. Bam. Bad aim by me. I cannot blame the gun for this, or I cannot blame anyone else except myself, right? Mistakes were made and I did not aim at that well. Okay, so in the end of the day, what do we have? 3.7 thousand damage and 300 assisting damage. That's not that epic. It is not that great, but it is how it is, and this is what we have. Also, I want to show you, I wonder, is this tank added in the index page? This is the question. Wait a second, let me check it out. What do we have? This vehicle is Chinese tier 10 tank destroyer. Yes, it is added in the index page. And once again, what I really want to highlight for you, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I want to highlight, there is 2 videos with this tank already when I first had a chance to play with this tank, right? And this is how the things are looking like, right? So you can check those videos out yourself. This is the equipment setup, which can work on this tank, but obviously there is plenty of ways how you can do that. This is crew suggestion, 3rd mark of excellence values. Obviously, since this tank is not accessible for a public, it is kind of messed up, right? Expectation values to get ace, although I think it is messed up because once again there is not enough data for that. And field modifications overall, if you are into that and if you need some help. Remember, index page, it is always for you. So 3.7 thousand damage, 300 assisting damage, not excellent. Experience-wise, we are in the 6th place. Damage-wise, we are 2nd. That's good. And we lost some credits overall, because if not this mission, obviously the situation would look like completely different. Anyways, without further ado, let's go for round number 2. And we are back, fellas, with round number 2, and we have Abbey Standard Battle. Okay. So, what do we want to do and how do we want to play this battle? I believe at first I am going into the middle with this tank. I know this might look quite weird. Why am I doing so? But the thing is, this tank is not a heavy tank. You need to keep this in mind. This is extremely important thing to highlight. This tank is not a heavy tank. Also, wait a second, 3, 2, 1 now. Oh, that was such a beautiful frame. That was such a beautiful reaction. Unfortunately, enemy EBR has the Stalinium wheels, and unfortunately we cannot do absolutely anything about this. But once again, it is fine, no complaints, no regrets, and luckily for us, our team is doing a heavy lifting for us, and our team is beating the living crap out of the double EBR. Nice, very good. Okay. What do we want to do at this point? At this point, we need to figure out how we could get some more use. First of all, I'm trying to peek sideways here, and we figured it out. Leo is sniping in this position here. Not a big surprise. Usually, there is at least one sniper schnitzel sitting here, so I am not feeling like that was something unusual, you know? I was just simply trying to check it out where enemy team is. Meanwhile, we can take a bit different position here, and this position can work very, very well. And all we need to do, we need to see this 140 trying to take this street, or alternatively someone else trying to go in front like this, which could happen. Also, in the same time, if enemy 140 will try to push like this, we should be spot him as well. And this is very important thing to say. I cannot take the middle at this point. It is just simply not my fight. I cannot risk to take so much damage from this Leo sniper schnitzel who is sitting here. It is just simply not worth it. So in this kind of situation, we need to try to get as much use as we physically and possibly can without getting involved in the game. I know it sounds very, very weird and everything, but this is how you are playing with this tank. You need to treat this tank like guerrilla speaking armor wise. It is not an amazing vehicle and you cannot expect to bounce anything. It is in a way very, very similar with 268 version 5. It is very similar tank, fellas. Although I think this vehicle is just simply better. Okay, how we can get some more use? Let's see. 140, are you still sitting somewhere here? 140 is not here. Oy, this game. Very, very, very hard battle. You see, I can clearly see our team is winning this game, but in the same time, I cannot get too involved here, because if we are going to get too involved, this can lead us to take a humongous one for the team, and this would be a game over. So once again, we need to be somehow smart how we are approaching this fight. This is the thing. For now, we are waiting for a second. Guerrilla is going through the open field, loading high explosive instantly, and kaboom. Beautiful shot, 777. A lucky 777, fellas. Beautiful. Okay, once again, we are not taking that much of the risks talking about this game. We are not getting too involved, right? We are doing everything in very, very smart way, and we do not want to get slaughtered. Obviously, soon the things will end, and soon we need to get into the game, because otherwise, if we are not going in, we can simply go and eat kaku, right? Because once again, it is already quite clear speaking about this game which team is winning this battle. This should be a direct hit slash blind shot, at least by the angle. How we hit him, beautiful. It is completely fine. Okay, speaking about this game, once again, I would love to say, no but fellas, there is no but. if you are having a situation like this when enemies have no team and you are playing with a kind of paper tank destroyer, right? You simply cannot be involved from the very first moment of the game because you do not know. Are you going to fight against a very, very smart team or strong team, or are you going to fight against one of those teams when team has absolutely nothing to offer in a way, right? So this is the tricky part of this tank, but it goes for many tank destroyers overall, I would say, and this is not that big of a deal, to be fair with you. Once again, we should have close to 3000 damage in this kind of situation, but that's about it. Am I happy with this game? Absolutely not. I think the game could go so much better for us, but it is how it is. Better luck next time, and hopefully next game is going to be so much better for us. So now, without further ado, let's teleport to the round number... Wait a second. That was close. Okay, let's teleport to the round number 3. And we are back. So what do we have? 2.8 thousand damage. Definitely not the greatest battle of all time. We are fourth by the damage. We are somewhere in the 8th position, if I'm not mistaken, by the experience. But once again, I simply had no chance to get involved here. So it is how it is. No complaints, no regrets. Let's go for round number 3. And we are back, fellas. So what do we have? We have the mountain pass. At least we have a better position, and at least in my opinion, because we can get some early damage if we have a good light tanks, right? This is very important thing to say. And if our light tanks are going to spot crossing forces, we should be able to punish them. Now, I am really curious, fellas, what is your opinion and how would you rate this tank? Would you rate this tank bad? Would you rate this tank playable, or would you rate this tank good? This is very important thing to say, fellas, because I honestly want to believe this tank is not a horrible tank in the world of tanks by any shape or any form. But in the same time, I cannot call this vehicle a top-notch tank or the best tank in the world of tanks either, right? So this is very important and very weird situation which we are in currently, if I can say so. Beautiful sniping once again. You cannot say absolutely anything horrible about this vehicle. We are connecting our shots and we are doing the stuff relatively well, right? So once again, we can't complain about the gun accuracy or about the or about anything else. Although you need to treat this tank like you do not have any armor whatsoever. This is also super important thing to say. At this point, I want to hit the CBR, and I think I am able to do that. Wait. So, we are just waiting for the CBR. If this gentleman is peeking like this or getting spotted here, we are smacking him. Okay, we are using the standard ammunition here, and kaboom, one into the side. Beautiful shot. I was waiting for the CBR in a way. I see the CBR crossing, fellas. I am very well aware of that. I can see what this gentleman is doing. I'm trying to escape a bit, although, yep. Good. Can we smack him for 600? Oh, come on. You cannot miss shots like this. You just cannot miss shots like this. That was quite sadness, if you would ask me. Once again, I do not really feel like I misaim too much or I did something wrong, but sometimes the gun is just showing his roots and saying, "Did you forget I am made in China?" This is what the gun is saying. And this is quite sad thing. Although, once again, this is a good thing. This tank is not going to break the game in any shape or any form, which is absolutely amazing for the game health. And I do not really think the clan wars, the ranked battle players will be too disappointed about this tank. I think this vehicle is going to be a very high skill cap tank, right? And what very high skill cap tank means, for average player, it would be absolutely insanity and a horrible thing to play with this tank, right? At least that's what I want to believe. Okay. What do we want to do and how do we want to approach the enemies? I think I want to help our chieftain. In order to help our chieftain, we are going to load the APCR ammunition for obvious reasons. I want to cross like this, don't mind me if I do, thank you very much. And now we will try to support the chieftain. I am very well aware how the things are looking like, and they have a huge amount of the forces here. So, what that pretty much should mean, that should mean they are going to get involved. And if they are going to get involved, our mission is to make sure they are going to take one for the team. Arta incoming, I hear that, I saw that, nothing what I could change about this. In fact, I'm curious, I was spotted before I fired or I got spotted after I fired? This is the question now. This is the question now. Okay, we are in position and we are trying to penetrate IS-7 like so. Chinese gun is saying no. Okay, at least now we know we are spotted only after we are firing. So at least that's something, right? Meanwhile, we have plenty of forces who are sitting here, and I really want to eliminate this IS-7 from the game, so we are going to load high explosives, and luckily for us we managed to penetrate this guy, so that's something. Do I want to get super involved in this situation? I do not really think so. I don't think I want to stay here anymore, and I know enemy clicker is having a blast and he is saying ooh by clicking everyone who is sitting in this area. Instead of doing that, I will try to find a nice angle from where we could shoot the Mr. M60 or alternatively was a 55. Maybe actually better choice for us would be to cross like this. Maybe this is the right way to play this game. Anyways, M60 is trying to cross through the open field, so what we are trying to do, we are taking our time and we are saying we are missing our shot. Beautiful. This is exactly what I want. Okay, let's move on. I am very sad about this performance and about this session, because I know this tank is better than this, right? Maybe we are simply getting unlucky with this tank. And maybe I should do the part 2 for this vehicle. What do you think, fellas? What do you think? Am I unlucky in this session, or I need to learn how to play the game, or I should stop, cry, or something? What is your opinion about this, boys? I am very curious. Okay, so once again, this is quite straightforward. Ooh, that was a very nice snapshot. Okay, that's fine. It is okay, fellas. I can't complain that much about the shot, obviously. Once again, I would love to get one more shot to Vaza 55, but in the same time, this is not the easiest part for us for obvious reasons, but we will try to do everything what we physically and possibly can in order to smack this gentleman once. So let's see. Trying to go up like this. Vaza 55, I am trying to use my gun depression, which is not very good, to be fair with you. And let's see, can we hit him into Cupola? Cupola is visible, aiming, boom. Unfortunately missing Cupola shot from the 100 meters, although not fully aimed. Okay, shame. I don't know. I was expecting a bit better session speaking about this tank, and I thought it is going to work so much better, considering I decided to go with a bond setup and everything, and I tried to make this tank work, but unfortunately in this session it wasn't meant to be. And you know what? I am not feeling bad. I am not feeling sad about this. I am feeling completely fine, and I know not every single game is going to go that well. So in the end of the day, we have 3.6 thousand damage, 75 assisting damage. We are second by the damage. We are third by experience. Obviously, we lost some credits. And in the end of the day, we have 3.4 thousand damage and only 100 assisting damage. I think it has something to do with our team being able to win the games relatively easily. And I think that was simply unlucky session, if I can say so. So better luck next time. And in the same time, if you want to see a better performance overall, speaking about this tank when we made this vehicle work, remember, YouTube videos are easy to find in the index page. All you need to do, you need to click one button and here you go. You are in the YouTube video, right? So Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I tried to make this tank work. Unfortunately, in this session, it is not meant to be, but what can I say? Better luck next time. Thank you very much for everything. I appreciate you, and I hope you are having a lovely day, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.